Caribbeans, thank you for the raid. Good morning, everybody. I almost have my tea ready. Just give me a second. Okay, what am I drinking? Just my daily drinker 3 Oolong. Just a daily drinker. Brandon, have you been shitting yourself like the rest of your damn country? No. No, I haven't. I'm happy to say that I've been pretty much only been eating greenery out of my own backyard. I have an absolutely stupid amount of romaine lettuce growing. Would you like to though? I mean, you know. No, not really. I like the really firm, really thick shits. I don't like diarrhea. It's not good. Greens for Green Man. Good morning, everybody. Arthi, good morning. Matthew, good morning. Anston, good morning. Hikikomori, good morning. Danshi, good morning. Medium rare chicken, good morning. Airborne, good morning. George Chungus, good morning. You like the what? I don't know. I don't know. First phase, good morning. Charlie, good morning. Dreamy, good morning. Drunk Bear, good morning. Oh, it's hot. Burn my lips. Blah. Sushi, good morning. Patware, good morning. You want a robust one that makes you feel like you just got home from work? Exactly. Oh, it's hot. R1, good morning. Leaving my 7-day skid mark on your Twitch chat. There's nothing wrong with that. You go ahead and leave that where you need to leave it. Brett, good morning. Hamtiro, good morning. Shadowant, good morning. Rhett, good morning. Lenny, good morning. Verdinty, good morning. Jess, good morning. Joller, good morning. Yuki, good morning. You have a bidet or you're a coward? I have a bidet. I have a bidet set on maximum intensity, maximum temperature, calibrated specifically to shoot straight up the sphinx, you know? I've never used a bidet. Charlie, you're missing out. This is really good. Have you never taken a trip to Japan? You should take a Japan trip. You should take a Japan trip. If you can. Mr. Lex, good morning. I'm a bidet hater. I don't want wet ass. I mean, I still use paper towel, you know, like a toilet paper. Just one to basically, you know, dry myself off a little after. Town Spoon, good morning. What the fuck do you mean max temperature? Are you a dish? I am kind of a dish. Antwu, good morning. Doppel, good morning. Mobius 1, good morning. Owen, good morning. People who don't use toilet paper after a bidet are weird as hell. Dry your butt, you freaks. Yeah, I mean, like... It's not good to trust any machine that much. Does that make sense? I would say 80%, 80 to 90% of the time, I wipe and it's just water, right? But that like 10%, that 1 out of 10, you wipe and you're like, oh, there's a little extra, you know? You thought that you could escape, but there's a little extra. There's a little tiny bit. Nandoka, good morning. Did you get that toilet paper sample from Costco? I don't. But I do get all of my, my great topic to start the day off. I mean, bidet maxing is really important. This is good. You need 5 wipes to know that you need a 6, and 6 wipes to know that you only need 5. Exactly! Dude, that's some fucking wisdom from like a old man on top of a Chinese mountain. That's really profound. That's super freaking profound. Jess, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you. Dang, I see some lurkers. I am like now committing your names to memory. Hello, hello. Oh, that's good tea. Jess, thank you very much for the thank you very much for the super chat. I got a good chunk of change from a class action lawsuit settlement, so I wanted to give back to the Randonites. I've completely lost faith in that. I've completely lost faith in that, but I'm happy that you managed to cash out. I also this was a long time ago. This was like 10 years ago, if that. Yeah, it was about 10 years ago. I also was a part of a class action lawsuit. I didn't sue anybody. It was the other person, and then they were like, "Here, we can give you money if you want it." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And the deadass gave me like $8. They give me less than $8. They give me like $7.20 or some shit like that. I got a whole $5 from like 100 in that one Allstate eBay insurance thing. Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy. $8 is $8. Bro, $8 is $8. I was expecting more. because of what the lawsuit was about. I was expecting I would do some crazy shit for $8. Don't get me wrong, I would too. Don't get me wrong, I would do crazy shit for $8, but I thought last time I got lawsuit money, I got like $1. Yeah, right? I don't know. It's because of Better Call Saul. I've realized that like the lawyers basically get everything. It was a big settlement? No kidding. I am eagerly awaiting from the Steam class action one. Maybe. Did you know that you have rights? Doubt. I'm not a billionaire, so I think I have absolutely no rights whatsoever against it. But I appreciate that you have faith in me. You think that I deserve the best, and I appreciate that. Shiki, thank you very much for the super chat. $8 is almost 1 bison buck in modern exchange. Each bison dollar is worth 5 British pounds. Something like that. I've gotten a big payout from a class action before because it was a niche issue. Oh. Randon, you specifically have 0 rights. We stole it. What did you do with my rights? What did you do with them? Nix, good morning. Money is speech after all. Most of us have almost no money in the grand scheme of things. It's true. It's true. You left my rights out there in the freaking empty field? It's gonna get freaking... The elements are gonna erode it. No, I have to go out there and, wipe the freaking grass and dust off of my rights. You have the right to gain 30 pounds. Donchi, thank you very much for the super chat. Should I gain 30 pounds? I've started biking again. Good morning, Outrun the Wind. Good morning. I started biking again. I am not eating healthier. Tudavo, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for stopping by. 1,000, good morning. Thank you for stopping. 30 pounds in muscle, hopefully. Please gain 30 pounds. It's pretty good. Let's exercise together. I'm running now. Yo, hell yeah. I'm not much of a runner. I ran with my sister because she forced me to, and then I immediately ran away like 1,000 miles so that I wouldn't have to run anymore. Then I started biking. Ron, thank you very much for the super chat. Can't you just go to the right store? I'm trying. Okay, but Randa, do you know that Edogawa Ranpo is transliteration for Edgar Allan Poe? Edogawa Ranpo. Gawaran? Awaran. Oh! Yes. I kind of see it. Last night was wing night for me. It's my cheat meal during the week. I do like wings. One time I went to a place and they had like mutant chicken wings. They were like really big. And they were surprisingly good. Because I think the wing is the best meat on the entire damn chicken. On the whole damn chicken. Because it's like dark and oily and like, Was it Disneyland turkey leg? No. It was wing meat. And it was at a restaurant. And what was it called? It was called like Godzilla wings or something like that. But it was chicken wings and buffalo sauce. And the wings were like, I would say almost double the size of like a Pizza Hut wing. I don't like chicken wings. Very little meat in them. You must also hate crawdads. Gray Cap, do you hate crawdads? Because it's so much effort for such a tiny little piece of meat. But like boiled crawfish, if you've got the seasoning in them, it's like the tastiest fucking shellfish. Those are the worst, but like the meat is so good. It's so fucking good. I'm a breast buccaneer through and through. There's nothing wrong with that, Lenny. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What about the tenderloin? Chicken tendy? Buffalo Wild Wings is my go-to wing place. I do like Buffalo Wild Wings, but they have normal sized wings. I went to a place that has like, it was like double. I think it was like a 6.5-inch wing. Like a 6-inch wing. It was crazy. I'm a thigh man. There's nothing wrong with thighs. Thighs are good too. That's karage, right? Karage is, you know, I have a crawdad story if you guys want to hear it, but it's very short and there's no real punchline. When I was a late teenager, I think I was like 17, 18, 19. I think I was 17 or 18. I was still in high school. We had like a what is it called? Like a seafood boil place that we used to go to. My entire family. Obviously I still was living at home. And we would go and then they did the thing where like there was like plastic on the tabletop and they just fucking dump seafood onto the tabletop and your whole family is just like eating out of it, right? And everybody would go for like the other stuff. A seafood boil. Yeah. Donchi, you've never heard of a seafood boil? The seafood boil is, in a lot of ways, like the best thing to come out of America. I think is it better than... No, it's not better than barbecue. But it's like number 2 is really good. How dare you? Vietnamese Cajun seafood boils. I've never had Vietnamese Cajun seafood boil. I don't think I've ever had that. Anyway. So I was eating with my family, and my family, they all have their like favorites. So they're like eating what they want. And nobody would eat the crawdads because they took a lot of effort, right? this is what I did. Shadowfang, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing a story about seafood boils. My family would skip the crawdads because it was just way too much effort. Is your mom a shrimp woman? You know, my mom is not much of a meat eater. She eats meat, but not that much. And she loves eggs. But when she went to seafood boils, she would mostly eat the corn and the potatoes. Yes, Sushi, how did you know that? She was a potato eater, and then she would eat a little bit of the seafood, but not that much. My mom was the type of mom that would shell the shrimp and then give it to me or my brother or my sister. Which is kind of cute, now that I think about it. She would like be munching on a potato, and then she would shell a shrimp and then put it onto my sister's plate or my brother's plate or my plate, and then she would just be munching on potatoes. That's your dad with you? Yo, Sushi, you're lucky to have like a good dad like that, and I'm happy for you. You deserve it. But anyways, so there would be a bunch of crawdads left over, and what I would usually do is, and I did this every time we went like maybe like 3 or 4 times a year. It's pretty expensive to go to a seafood boil. I would I would do the same thing that my mom did. I would be munching on a potato, and then I would shell the crawdad. And they usually, I don't know if you know this, but they come out in 2 pieces. There's 2 distinct pieces of the crawdad that yield a good amount of meat, and it's about the size of like a dime. Maybe a little bit smaller. It's about the size of a dime, 2 pieces. So I would do that, and then I did that, and I'm like munching on a potato, and I'm shelling crawdads, and I had like a little pile on my plate. I had a little pile on my plate, and I think I shelled like maybe over 20 crawdads. Yeah, crawdads are crayfish. Yeah, I shelled maybe 20 crayfish, and then my hands are like fucking juicy as hell, right? They're like super juicy, and I'm like wiping it with like they give you a big stack of paper towels, but like you just can't because it's too oily, right? So I got up and I went to the bathroom and I washed my hands with soap. And I come back, and oh my pile of freaking crawfish are gone! My entire pile was gone, and I was like, what? That took me fucking 30 minutes! Where the fuck did my crawfish go? What happened? And I was so mad at Jimmy. I was ready to fucking fight Jimmy, right? I think I was ready to just fucking deck him on the face, right? And then Jimmy was like, it wasn't just me, it wasn't just me. It wasn't me, it wasn't me. And I was like, it wasn't you, it wasn't you. It's like, it wasn't just me. I did take some of your crawdaddies, but it wasn't just me. I was like, okay, well, who else did it then? I'm gonna punch everybody that did it. And then he was like, everybody. Everybody at the table took a little bit. Even Dad. My entire fucking family took my fucking crawdaddies. Isn't that bullshit? Why are you the youngest sibling when you're not even the youngest? I don't know, man. Jimmy's a snitch. Are you sure Jimmy wasn't lying though? I feel like if he was lying, then everybody else would be like, he's lying. It was all him. If I had to guess, he was the first one that started taking them, and then everybody else joined in. So anyways, even my sister, even my mom, even my grandma, everybody was in on it. You know what's weird? I think that made me less angry, but I can't really explain why. Like, I was kind of mad, and I sat down. And you, Grandma. Random family punch her during. I think I was less angry. After the first person, it's free real estate. I do feel like that's the case. And I do think that crawdaddy meat, crayfish meat, is really good. It's like lobster, but better. I don't know how to describe it. You know, like the fibers in lobster and crab meat? They're like tiny in crayfish meat. They're tiny. I don't even like fish like that, but I would throw hands. Yeah. Never tried crawfish? Dude, Momo. I'll make you a little pile of meat if I ever meet you. And it'll be good. Just got here. Congrats on the bountiful cukes. Yes! I wanted to talk about that. I got a shit ton of errands to run. Not the least of which I need to get some supplies to make some pickles. They taste like funky shrimp. Yes, they've got a little funk to them. Brandon, come to the Philippines. We have better seafood. I believe it. I believe that the Philippines is like baller seafood. That's the place to get it. Because it's like everywhere is coastal. Danshi, my first round of cukes this time are for the household. I'm not sending them out because this first batch goes to me. All of it is going straight into my mouth. But the second batch is shaping up to be insanely huge because I planted 16 cucumber plants, so the second batch is gonna be crazy. Super crazy. Nane, good morning, good morning. Yes, it is I, Shindig's Randon. So my first harvest has 7 cucumbers, which is pretty big, right? I harvested 7 of them. And I think the second flush, which is already pretty big, they're already about like 3 inches big. The second flush, I think, is gonna be like, like 30 cucumbers. How big are they? The ones that I harvested are anywhere from about 5 inches, and I got one 7 to 8 inch monster. It's thick. I'm like holding it, and it's like, oh shit, you're like a can of fucking monster. We're gonna have a pickle party? Yeah, man. So, things that I'm missing out on. My Thai chili pepper plant, 4 milks, had like a decent first flush, and then I clipped them, and the new ones are still pretty small. The new Thai chili peppers that are coming in, the second wave, they're still only about 1 inch long. So I need to go and get them from the, you know, I need to get them from, I need to get chili peppers from the grocery store. Oh no. Fucking Apple was like, fucking with me. It's good, it's good. What was under your garden? Bunch of rabbits? I don't know. So yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, I need to get, I have a buttload of dill, so the dill is good, but I need like pickling spices, like peppercorns, and I have enough salt. I think I'm out of sugar. I need to get sugar. I hate dill so much. Dill has a very strong flavor, so I don't blame you for hating dill. You might be like a dill hater the way that Jimmy is a cilantro hater. Could I be a bunny stealing your veggies as we run around comically? Absolutely. It's not even stealing. You can come into my garden and take whatever you want. Dill is strong, must use sparingly for sure. Yeah. Well, I put in way too much into my pickles. My fridge pickles. Dill, only good with eggs. I said what I said. You know, I don't even put them with eggs. I put them with my cucumbers, you know? Is Jimmy a cilantro soap taster? He is. And it's really strong. It's really, really strong. My sister, who is like the opposite of Jimmy, she thinks she could just eat like a sprig of cilantro by itself and be like, that's delicious. One time she put a single piece of cilantro in her chicken noodle soup, and both Jimmy and I were living, not abroad, but like away from home. We were both home, and she served us a bowl of chicken noodle soup. And I was eating it, and it tasted good, and he was like, ugh, you put cilantro in it. And she was like, oh my God, you're like the princess and the pea. How did you know? My sister, as a joke, put in 1 cilantro leaf into a big pot of chicken noodle soup, and Jimmy could taste it. It's the princess and the pea, but it's you know, it's the meathead. Spring of cilantro. I'm sorry, I called him a meathead. He's not a meathead. He's very intelligent. He's just he look like a meathead. Jimmy's very intelligent. The virgin soap cilantro G. People have called me a super taster because I'm like that. I can tell when small ingredients change. Charlie, what ingredient in particular stands out to you? Or is it like literally everything? You could taste anything and everything. Because that's the superpower. I think that's what, there's like a, that for everything, then you might have a really, you might be like the girl from Shokugeki no Soma, right? He has the god tongue, exactly. Did you know that there's like a job that, you know, perfume smelling is a job if you're like a super smeller, and you get paid like $500,000 a year in fucking France. I would love to have that job, just to like sniff a fart clicking. Exactly. The god tongue. My pickles have to be spicy, so I have to get, and I prefer Thai chili peppers. I used to put jalapenos in them. But after I started using Thai chili peppers for my pickles, I don't think I can go back. Because the Thai chili pepper, I feel like it's just as spicy, but it doesn't have the backlash of like a standard. Yeah, Thai chilies might be the best chili peppers. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's got like a kick, but it doesn't have like a capsicum backlash. They also are like surprisingly low on the actual spice, like, you know, the actual spice molecule. They're actually pretty low. Their flavor is pleasant. Yeah, it's a little bit sweet and juicy, like not juicy, fruity. It's good. Yes, I'm talking about the bird's eyes. Yeah. I got a huge thing of gochugaru recently. I don't know if the chilies they use are different, but it's delicious. It's probably a standard chili. I don't know. Huff and perfume is a job. What the hell? Yeah. Well, it's not specifically perfume. You're trying to pick out like what ingredients are in the perfume, like high-end perfume. Thai chili soaked in vinegar is a sauce. Yeah. I tried to make toasted chili pepper oil with last year's harvest, and it kind of fell flat. I feel like there's a secret ingredient or technique into making. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a Chinese thing. The chili oil, the Chinese chili oil. I tried to make it, but I feel like it wasn't as good as the kind that you can get from the supermarket. So kind of failed. Or maybe you're not supposed to use Thai chili peppers for that. That's also, you know. Neat. My sniffer is pretty good at breaking down recipes by scent alone. I'm moving to France. That might be it. That might be the move. Right? When French people do it, it's a job, but if I sniff people suddenly... You're not sniffing people in France! Need to back off? It's the way that it is. The last recipe I had used dill seed and garlic cloves. Turned out pretty good. Are you working from a specific recipe? What flavor will the pickles be? Well, I use dill seed and fresh dill. And... You're calling me shindigs now. I use garlic. I use Thai chili peppers. I don't think I put anything super secret in it. I do peel a ginger and I put in one big flat chip of ginger into it. And I don't think anybody's noticed yet. Do you pickle them whole? I like spears. I like a pickle spear, but I think the household vastly prefers the chips. So I completely forgot. I need to add it to my list. I need to go find a crinkle cutter. I need to find a crinkle cutter. We do crinkle cut pickles. I need to find, I don't have one, so I've been just doing the flat cuts. I hope they have them. We'll see, we'll see. Not potato chips, pickle chips. You know what I mean? Like the little pickle chips. Find a Daiso? I don't even think I'm within like 3 hours of it. I don't think I'm near a Daiso at all. You can make fried pickles too. I feel like a fried pickle might be really good, but there's only one place that I've ever been to within, you know, there's only one place I've ever been to that has it on the menu, and when I tried it, it wasn't that good. Also, what's this about bountiful cukes, my dude? A good harvest from your garden? Yeah, my garden is fucking thriving right now, with 2 exceptions. Two of my zucchini plants, and I planted 5 of them, are basically dying. There's nothing I can do about it, and it's making me a little sad. And my blueberry plants are not doing that well in the heat. The blueberry plants they're alive, but they're struggling. Two of my zucchini plants are like they're on death's door. They have like all of their leaves have withered, and they got like a tiny little sprig of leaves on the top. It's pretty sad. Don't blueberries need really? I have been amending with soil. They were doing really well in the early spring. I felt like it was going to be a good year for them, and then it got really fucking hot, and they just fucking died. Blueberries are cold weather plants. Alive but struggling, just like me. You know what's doing really well? My strawberries. My bitterberry tower is doing really, really well. I think I've harvested maybe 30 strawberries already. Tons of strawberries, and they're big. They're like, not quite grocery store, because the grocery store, you know, the grocery store ones are like wide. They're like thin and wide. I don't have any of those. I don't know what causes a strawberry that looks like that. They're like perfect little, you know, cones. Are they cute and sweet? They are. They're pretty tasty. My one attempt at blueberries failed at a 110-degree day. Of course, falling off a table, not getting water for a day, accident. Yeah. We have dozens and dozens of Japanese cucumbers. They don't mind the heat. Yeah, I planted 16 cucumbers. 12 of them are pickling cucumbers. They're German pickling cucumbers, and the other 4 are Japanese slicing cucumbers. And those are coming in. They're long boys. They're like fucking long. They're like the longest, thinnest cucumbers I've ever seen. Amber Lee, thank you very much for the Twitch subscription. Much appreciated. I bought some on-sale blueberries from Home Depot. Turns out they were on sale because they were dead. Home Depot be doing that shit to you, man. And they're not even cheaper than the local, like, plant nursery, I've noticed. Home Depot used to be cheaper, but now they're the same price. And I don't know how they think they can get away with that. Because they suck compared to the tastier, fragile ones. Yeah, that's the Sun Gold, of which I harvested my first, like, 5 to 10 of them. Sun Golds are so good. What if one of the Japanese cucumbers grow into perfect Itachi magic wand shape? I'm not gonna lie. The big cucumber that I harvested, the one that's about the size of like a can of Monster, I was like looking at it and I was like, I wish you had like a little knob at the top end of the, you know what I mean? Country orcs make do. Without a base, without a trace, Brandon. He'd be thinking about it, you know? He'd be thinking. What am I... Should I try to put in a secret ingredient into my pickles? Okay, hit me. You don't even have to be a based pickle maker, right? Give me suggestions about a raw ingredient that I could put into a jar of fridge pickles to give it a single cilantro leaf. Jimmy's not gonna be eating 2 sour gummies. No, thank you. Garlic is already in there, Jess. I put garlic into everything. Fu Mark, good morning, good morning. Carrots. That might be good, but that's just like a... That would just be like an extra good thing to eat, right? A pickled carrot. Oh, MSG. Maybe a little pinch of MSG. Moonshine. Betsy, good morning. Don't say come, don't say come, don't say no. No cum will go in there. Put a breath mint in there. Maybe a sprig of mint. My mint plant is like out of fucking control. It's kind of crazy huge. A raw papaya. Raw papaya. Eat Eastern Euro and make a mixed pickle. Put in a bunch of other vegetables. What other veggies go? Well, carrots probably. Butter. I don't know if I want to put butter in it. Like a dairy product. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to put cyclosporiasis in there. This is crazy. A beet? Maybe. Please tell me you put the mint in a pot. I did not kick it, unfortunately. It's out there and it's going fucking crazy. Fortunately, it's jumped the little concrete hell. Randon, you fool. Yeah. You taught us that and you didn't even do it yourself. I mean, I put it in a little jail, a little concrete jail, and it jumped it. I heard that bamboo is crazy. Bamboo is really, really bad. Good news, Randon, you're about to have a lot more mint. Yeah. Well, you can have all the mint that you want. There goes the neighborhood. Famous bioterrorist rendering. I want to be like the bioterrorist from Cowboy Bebop. Twinkle Maria Murdoch. She gets she creates a virus that could turn you into a freaking monkey. This shit's awesome. You're more like the Unabomber. Wasn't the Unabomber like a fucking genius? I appreciate your high opinion of me, Danchi, but I think I'm an idiot. I think I'm a moron. I think I have lower than average intelligence. If he was such a genius, then why was he caught? I heard he was caught because his younger brother recognized his handwriting. Isn't that crazy? That's why he was caught, because he would write a handwritten letter to the US government and they put it on the television and his younger brother was like, oh yeah, that's Ted's writing. Brandon's manifesto would be in crayon. You have faith that I wouldn't eat the crayon. Fee reps, thank you so much. You think that I could resist the delicious flavor of a purple crayon? I can't. What flavor of crayon? Jess, it's gotta be the purple crayon. Peter, you could take all of the red ones. I do, when I was young and full of zest for life, I like the red crayon. But in my old age, the purple crayon is my favorite. Pex Cool, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Brandon, I was just putting shiso leaves to pickle with your cucumbers. I believe that would give them a good... What is a shiso leaf? Oh, fuck. No. What is a shiso leaf? Shiso leaf. Is this Japanese? Oh, it is Japanese. And from Chinese is jisu? Jisu. Interesting. I don't know where I'm gonna find this. I'll look. Yo, Randy, you should pickle some cabbage. I kind of want to grow cabbage, yeah. Shiso is also known as perilla leaf. Fake weeb, actually. What? In what Japanese food do you put... In what food do you put a shiso leaf? You guys are calling me a fake weeb? I was a weeb when I was fucking 5 years old. What dish? Give me the name of a dish. Garnish, they're used to hold food. Onigiri, I've never had an onigiri with shiso leaf. I've never had an onigiri with shiso leaf. I get the Family Mart one with the fucking sour plum, and then I call it a fucking day. It's in ochazuke. I've had ochazuke. I don't think I had it chirashidan. I've had them in mochi. Because you eat from 7-Eleven. I do I do be eating from Family Mart and 7-Eleven 99% of the time. If we're talking about Japanese food, you can also pickle ginkgo nuts. Ooh. But I don't know where I would buy that. I don't know where I would buy it. I'm gonna look for shiso leaves. But I'm gonna level with you. I don't know if there's a high chance of me finding it, but I will look for it. They sell it as furikake. It's like a purple salt that tastes sour. Oh, okay. I eat cabbage for the love of the game. Shiso leaves are yummy if you eat it with grilled meat. Interesting. You should make kimchi. I feel like it's too hard, right? Doesn't it take like 2 weeks and then you have to fucking ferment it and it takes like a gajillion years to ferment? No? Are you sure about that? I can't even make a fermented pickle. I make refrigerator pickles. Bro, no, who said? The process of pickling takes a long time. That's why I prefer a fridge pickle where I just pour in vinegar and it's ready to go in like 2 days. It's mostly just waiting around. Shiso leaf will be pickled with the sour plum sometimes. Huh, I didn't know that. The hardest part is waiting. How hard is that? I'm the most impatient motherfucker you'll ever find. That's why I'm a fridge pickle man. If you've ever had good sashimi, they usually have the fish sitting on top of the shit. You guys are freaking trolling me! You're dead ass telling me you freaking eat the leaf that your sashimi or your sushi comes on? No, you throw that shit away, man! You tricked me! Nobody, don't call me a fake weeb. Nobody eats that shit. Nobody eats the leaf that your fucking sushi is sitting on top of. You guys are crazy. After being told it's edible, hell yeah, I took a bite. He's a poser weeb. He doesn't eat his veggies. You guys are so mean to me. You guys are so mean to me. Also known as the best part of the sushi. That's not true. That's not true. Nobody eats the fucking leaf. Hey, get a load of this guy. He's never had shiso. What the fuck? Someone is gonna tell Hatsune Miku on you? She would agree with me. She would agree with me. We would enjoy our leek and potato soup together. Point and laugh. Your boy here is your obligate carnivore. Even I try to get my veggies in. Miku would jump you? Yes, please. If I paid $45 for a plate of 3 small fish pieces, you bet I'll eat the garnish to get the best bang for my buck. It's true. Oda Nobunaga is sad now. Look what you did. Clear Eye, good morning, good morning. Sinsight, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Whew. I got a lot of stuff that I need to do. I need to get a haircut. I need to pick up a lot of stuff. I need to get the crinkle cutter. I don't know where to find it. I'm a bay leaf eater? What? How do you eat a bay leaf? Like a fresh bay leaf? Shiso leaf is good if it's wrapped around the sushi or placed on top. I don't know about eating a bed of it. Just soaking up fish juice. Yeah. Bay leaves are where I draw the line. I love eating green stuff. That's crazy. Like a dried bay leaf? Who the hell eats a bay leaf? Apparently Charlie. Apparently if you're a marine biologist, you eat the bay leaf. I have a bunch of bay leaves for spell work, but I love it in some Italian food. I was thinking about, okay. Should I grow a bay leaf tree? There's 2 types of bay leaves, right? There's like I think the correct one is like a Turkish bay leaf, right? And the fake one is like the California bay leaf or something like that. Are they perennials? A bay leaf is a tree or a bush. Did you know that? A bay leaf is like a permanent tree, or you could it's a bush, or you could prune it so that it turns into a tree. The Bay Area leaf is poisonous. Yeah. Would you consider growing a stone fruit tree like a peach? I do have 1 peach tree. Jess. It's in a sad little container, so it can't grow, but I have 2 peaches growing this year. California bay leaves are unforgettable. They have you shitting yourself. Lady Cats, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Got out of a 1.5 hour meeting. Hopefully it was not a superfluous meeting. Hopefully it was 1.5 hours of you doing something, figuring out something important instead of just fluffing fucking some dude's ego. I don't know. My peach tree went wild this year with fruits. Did you prune it? I find that pruning is super important for like any type of perennial. Pruning is like really, really important. Pruning is relaxing to do. It's kind of sad because you're like, I don't know, I don't do anything to it. Nothing wrong with that. Does yelling at peaches make them sweeter? No. Jalbi, you want me to give you like the scoop? Peaches need cold hours to get super sweet. They need to get real cold in the winter. That's where the sugar comes from. I was reading about it. A really, really old book. And basically most fruit trees, when they put sugar into a fruit, is from the winter when all of the sap is like withdrawing into the trunk and the roots, and it like concentrates into like pure sugar. And then in the spring, when the tree is like putting out fruit, the sap comes out. So I used to think that the leaves are photosynthesizing and they're making sugar, and the leaves are putting sugars into the fruit, but it's actually coming from the previous year's cold hours. The sap is sweetening. Knowledge from back before times when people read books. Yeah, man. Gardening takes so much work. I'd love to do it when I have more time. What's your favorite thing to grow? You know, if you are super busy and you don't have a lot of time and you want to garden to make things cheaper, you know what I highly recommend? I recommend starting an herb garden. Herb gardens are easy and you don't need like a big patch of dirt. You could grow a really, really nice herb garden in like a 4x4 square, right? You make a 4x4 square, and each square foot is just like its own thing. And herbs are so fucking expensive. Herbs are crazy expensive, dude. Like a tiny little thing of chives is like $5. It's crazy, man. And fresh herbs are they're so much better than like crappy dried herbs. Yes, basil. Basil is so good. Look up edible plants indigenous to your region. They will often grow without you doing anything, especially perennials. I'm like really interested in sochi. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's called wild celery. And both the stalks and the leaves are edible. And the Native Americans pretty much all across the United States used to just fucking eat it. You've never heard it? It's like a bush. It's like a fucking native bush all around the US. And it gets huge. And you could harvest like hundreds of pounds of it. And it's just fucking free food out there. The Native Americans used to harvest it and then trim off the older, tougher leaves and then boil it. And then put in some salt and pepper. Maybe not pepper, because pepper's from Europe. But they would, you know, spice it up a little bit and then eat boiled greens. It's called like coneflower cut leaf or something like that. Hamtira, look up coneflower cut leaf. Have you ever considered wild foraging? I'm a mushroom forager, and my goal, I found a morel, but I didn't have the guts to eat it, so it rotted. So hopefully that happens, but I really want to find like a porcini mushroom, like a big ass fucking mushroom. Down here in the south, we eat cacti. How do you get around the spines? The little sticky bits, you know? Over 30% of our diet in the Stone Age was greens and foraged stuff. Yes. It might not taste great, but it'll keep you going. Lila and Petu waste. Myself, I'm surprised. You know, cinnamon of various tribes, different practices, kind of dope. I don't know that much, but I do think that like that was like peak. I don't know. Am I weird? I don't know. I did like a bunch of like research, and it was like that's like fucking peak, where you have like a summer house and a winter house. Did you know that? I don't know. Cacti on tacos as a garnish is tasty. It does sound pretty good. Found something called cut leaf coneflower casserole. Interesting. Fumark, howdy howdy. The sochen looks yummy. I would put it in Vietnamese sweet and sour soup. Yeah, yeah. So the way to I heard the way to figure out sochen, like it's not sochi, it's sochen. What it looks like is, you know, the stem of it is kind of like horseshoe shaped. It's got a curve like a mini celery. You know? If I won the lottery, I'd have a house in Alaska and one in Puerto Rico, and I'd travel between them by the season. How would you get there? You can't go through the Northwest Passage because that one's deadly, right? Would you go across the Panama Canal every year? I'm like trying to imagine it. Or is my like geography fucked up? Let me Google it because I might be completely wrong. I'd probably just fly as much as I hate it. I don't know why I imagine you were on a boat. Gapmeister, I don't know why I imagined that you were on a boat. That's weird. Can I... This might piss you off, but can I... Can I level with you? I imagine that you were in very, very short khakis, you know, and like a button down with rolled up sleeves, and you had like a sweater wrapped around your shoulders, and you had a little cap, and you're like barefoot on a sailboat. But specifically, you had very, very short khaki shorts. I don't know why I imagined you on a boat, bro. On a sailboat, no less. I don't know why. About to do a microaggression. Kind of, Ham. Kind of. Gapmeister, I don't know why I imagined you. That's me, minus the boat. About to be waiting for Morgan Freeman to show up. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, yeah. Of course you would fly. Why did I fucking... I don't know. I don't know, I'm weird. Do a macroaggression mean it? Maybe, maybe. What would I do if I won the lottery? I would probably do some crazy ass shit. I would probably do some crazy ass shit. I don't know. Send sushi $10,000? Maybe. Give us $1 each? Yes, definitely. If I won the lottery, I would move to Canada immediately. I don't even think that's possible, right? Even if you won the lottery? It's like really hard. Right? I heard they're like super strict right now. They don't let like anybody move there. The move is to move to Switzerland? You would finally be able to give 5 Armenian dollars to all of us. But Drumper, I can do that already, because an Armenian dollar is just a high five. Rose Daniels, hello, howdy, howdy, howdy. Good morning. I'm doing a short stream today, because I got a lot of errands to run, but... What would I do with $1 billion? I would do something crazy if I won the lottery. I would. What would I do? I had this thought, but I completely forgot. If I won the lottery, no one would be hearing about it except for my new accountant. You do you. You would give it to me? That's crazy. Forgot. How expensive would your new bike be? You know, the crazy thing is, like, I kind of feel like I've hit my... I'm like at peace. I'm like very zen in my bike thing. I no longer need to upgrade. if anything, I'm building like a town bike, like a mommy bike. But I want it to be like a sleeper mommy bike, and then I'm done. Like, I don't need any more. But I want like a, what is it called? It's like a Soma something. It's like a mixed step through. It's like a really expensive mommy bike. And then I'm gonna like trick it out. What about your mother? She can't bike. I tried to teach her and she was not, you know. You could fund your own tip to tip. That might be kind of good. Yes, that's what I would do. I would do steel ball run, and then I would force the onks to join. You know, like if you had like lottery money, if you had like $100 million, it would be like, I would force my group of friends to be like, I will pay you $100,000 each. Just take the year off. We're gonna start in San Diego. I'm gonna give you $1,000 to buy any vehicle you can, and you can only spend $1,000. And then we're gonna race across the United States to New York, and then we have to videotape it, and then we're gonna put it up on YouTube. I would do the steel ball run. That'd be sick. It would. Like, I feel like, man, that would be awesome. I mean, you could get a car, like a piece of shit car for $1,000, like a shit box. That's a little hurtful. Donchi, that doesn't feel good. Oh no. That's a little hurtful. My husband gave away a $1,000 shitbox for free because we didn't want to deal with the paperwork. Yeah. But you should... Well, you give it away to like a friend or like family member? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, look. Just 1 hour. Let's go do our errands. Yeah, to a friend. That's really nice because I do think that like a car, especially if you live in an area with no public transportation, you do need it. I wish I lived in an area with public transportation. I don't like driving. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some errands. I'm gonna also make my pickles and I'll report back. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, Daimao, good morning. Just in time for the end of the stream. You kind of are, unfortunately. I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? All right, take care.